Right, welcome. Episode number, I believe, episode 12 today. Or 13, I always do this every single time. But we're in for a upper session today. And if you couldn't tell by my voice, my energy levels are slightly low. Like starting to get lower. So these videos, there's going to be like a little less enthusiasm each time. So I'm doing my best. I'm already halfway down this. And I've had it actually half an hour before the gym now, instead of actually drinking it while I'm working out. So I've got a bit of energy in. I've had a few rice cakes, a bit of honey on top for some carbs. So I think I'm doing the best I can. It's because we're sitting at 79.4 kilogram now. So we're low, because we're about, what's today? Today is the 28th of April. So we are competing on the 17th of May, so we're close. 2 weeks away from peak week, 3 weeks out. It's going to be a good session though. We're going to get the pump pre-down us. Some electrolytes, obviously. Got the energy drink down us as well. But yeah, I think we're in for a good session today. And obviously, we'll do the session, we'll do posing afterwards. But if you guys follow me on Instagram as well, you've probably seen the current look, the posing, how lean we are, and all that shenanigans. So just brick by brick, we're just building upon that and just getting better and better. So we are really pushing now. We're really pushing. The sessions are getting, I wouldn't say shit, but not as good as I want them to be, obviously. Just because, again, energy levels, but we are pushing through them very nicely. So, and also we are now officially an affiliate or ambassador for a gym rag called Motive Gymwear, which I'm wearing one of their pieces today, which you guys will see in the gym as well, and I'll show that off at the end of the video. So yeah, I'm lucky enough to be part of them now, which is really cool. And obviously I've done an introduction video on my Instagram as well. But if you guys are interested in any bits, code JB at checkout, you can get 10% off your order. Obviously it helps me out, and you guys save money if you are interested in seeing what their collection is like, and if you want any gym clothes or anything like that. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll hop straight into the first movement now, and we'll cut into that. So it's going to be seated, pin loaded, chest press. So we'll hop into that now. Right, so my microphone decided to die first exercise in, so that's not really a good start. But in terms of sets and reps and weight for this one, so as previously mentioned in the last clip, we start off on a seated, upright, pin-loaded chest machine. So we hit 3 working sets on this, with the first being 10 to 12 on 90 kilogram. And then the second working set would have been 6 to 10 on 97 kilogram, and then the third working set would have been 15 to 20 on 63 kilograms. So quite high reps on that, but obviously it would have been a lot less weight. So I think we hit 63, like I said. So that's that third working set really fatigues your chest towards the end. So the first two are kind of like for strength based, and then the last one is more of bodybuilding, set till failure. Right, exercise number 2 now. So, just finished on the seated chest press. Did my last working set at 20 on 63, so we matched exactly the weight and reps we did last time, which was good. So, into this bad boy now. So, on this we do 2 sets of 10 to 12, with the second set being a drop set. So I've got 50 on there at the moment, each side, which is kind of the starting weight that I'm doing at the moment. I was thinking about 55, but I think that would be a bit too much, if I'm being brutally honest. So we'll start on 50 for 12 is what I want. Could be 11, but we'll try and get 12. So we hit 12 on this, and then we'll do 12 and either the same weight, depending on how this feels, or we'll up it slightly, either 52.5 or 55. But I reckon if this moves to exactly 12, then we'll probably just repeat that, which is fine. So, and then we'll drop it like 30%. So we'll go from like 55 to 45 or 50 to 35, depending. And what it feels like. But So we'll hit this for 12 now, and yeah, see how it moves. See how it moves. Right. We have to put music on for this one though, because normally I can do it without music, but today I'm just one of those moves where I need music for a set. Like, I don't know why. But normally days that I have low energy that I have to have music to work out, and then when I've got high energy it's the opposite really. But we'll hit this 12 reps and see how this moves. Nice. Exactly 12 there, that felt nice. Tried to go for the 13th there, but wouldn't budge, so. I'm happy with that, very happy. That felt really nice, really, really nice. Like, they move quite nicely. And it was a bit lighter at the start than I expected it to be, which was good, so. What we'll probably do now is we'll up it. I reckon, do we want to do 55? Yeah, I reckon we'll up it to, yeah, fuck it. We'll up it to 55 each side, and then we'll drop it to 45, I reckon, yeah, 45. That's a little 30% drop, so we'll bash out that working set, and then we'll probably move on to, hopefully back next. The lat machine, the lat pull down is free, so move on to that next, and so we'll bash this out and move on to that. Right, exercise number 3. So got the pump cover off now. You can pretty pumped up. So I've just done, well, this is a superset really, but I've just done one for the first set of superset with lateral raises, supersetted with front raises. So yeah, so I've done one set of 16 kilo on 20 reps, and I supersetted that with 20 reps on 12 kilogram on the front raise. So I'm going to repeat that exact same reps, same weight, and see how that moves. So we'll get the 16s up and then superset with the 12s. To be fair, the 16s felt alright. Towards the end they felt a bit, but we'll see. See how they move. Come on. I'm going to count 19 there. That last one was a little bit too cheaty for me. I'm not going to count that. But 19 kind of pretty solid ones of it. So that was quite nice to be fair. I was leaning a little bit too far forward.
I think, during the set, but we got 19 in, which is good. Which is fine by me, considering. So now we'll now what we'll do is we'll superset that with kind of front lateral raises. Now, I never really know how to set this up, to be fair, but without hitting the camera, but you see what this angle is saying. I'm happy with that pump today, considering we're holding a lot of muscle mass still for 79 kilograms, which is pretty good, I think, considering. Like, yeah, we're holding a lot. So what we'll do now is we'll get 12 kilogram, sorry, no, 20 reps on 12 kilogram. We'll bash out some front raises. And again, that's going to hit the camera, so we'll kind of angle off to the side slightly. I think that'll look quite cool. Oh, no, I don't start that. Yeah, let's move the bench slightly back a little bit. There we go, perfect. Right, it's always these and either like anything to do with back. It's such a hard angle to get. But... Right, so what we'll do now, it's kind of for these, so I like to sit right at the edge of the bench, like just my bum is literally just touching the edge of the bench. And then in terms of weight at the moment, we're going to do 12 kilogram. We're going to do 12 kilogram because I have to do lighter for these, obviously, because these are slightly harder than lateral raises. So yeah, as I said, so I sit right at the edge of the bench, kind of have the weight drop to my side slightly, and then literally lift it like that. Try to swing as like little as possible, and just kind of like slow, controlled upwards movements like that. I can really feel it in my delt, front delt. That was a fucking good set, holy shit. I'm really happy with that. That felt really nice. So we hit 20 there, easy. I really felt it on the front delt, really felt it on the front delt. Over the weeks of doing these, every single session I feel it more on my front delt, which is brilliant. And your front delt is such an underrated muscle group to train. Like literally, if you train your front delt, honestly your shoulders will look ridiculous, but I even bashed out a few partials at the end there. So we hit 20 normal. I did like 23 reps in the end just for the partials, but happy with that. So that's the second superset done. As I said, pumps have been crazy, the shoulders are fucked. But that's that pump pre. Pump pre and that little boost T, something that I showed at the start. What I'll do as well is, if you guys are interested in any of the supplements that I use, I'll put them in the comments below so you can kind of see what's links to them or what they're called. So you can just kind of see what I'm using in a session. But yeah, happy with that. So as I said, that's the second superset done. So we'll bash out third superset. We'll go a little bit lower, even though that felt alright. I don't want to gas out my shoulders too much. And saying that, actually, it's a large shoulder exercise, so it doesn't really matter if I just bash them out, to be fair. But we'll lower it a little bit. Maybe not on the front raises, they feel nice, but maybe on the side raises, just so we can guarantee that 20 instead of 19. So we'll hit that, and we'll move on. Move on to back next. Right then, first exercise number 4 now. So gonna be the first back exercise of the session. So we've already hit one set of 12 to 15 on 73 kilogram we did. And we got 15 reps on that, which is good. So now we're going to up it to 79. I don't think we'll get 15, I think we'll probably get like 12 or 13. But as I said, we're going to do, on this day, it's kind of like a lot of only exercises, sorry, the words are, the exercises only have kind of like 2 sets, high-ish reps, depending on what I'm doing. But as I said, we just done 15 on 73, it felt quite nice, to be fair. The energy level was, I'd say, about 70% at the moment, so we've still got some juice left in the tank. So we'll get 79 up. I'll change the angle of the camera so we can just actually have it facing behind me, so it looks a lot better to the side. As I said, we are using the straight bar instead of the mag grip. I think it's explained in previous videos that it's just better. You just get better contraction than that, I feel. And it's longer as well, so it's targeting the lat a little bit more instead of the middle of the back. So because we're using the straight bar, I'm just going to use straps, like always, really, anything to pull. But I am using the ones from, if you're interested, the ones from Hard Body are the ones that I'm using to do this. So yeah, we'll get set in with this. I'll just face it behind me so you can actually see the movement. Yeah, happy with that. So we'll try and bash out 12 or 13 on this, hopefully. See how it moves. I've got music on for this, just because I want to have a good set. That's it. At least get 13 in, maybe 14, but we'll see. Right. Let's get it. Cool. We actually got 13 there. I tried to get the 14 one in, but I didn't want to like lean my back too much to kind of like cheat the rep, so I stuck with 13, which I'm happy with. So that is that now completed. So we'll probably move on. What we've got left to do. We've got seated rows, seated chest supported rows, and then we've got vertical flies, which we're going to do 4 sets of, and I think that's the only 2, to be fair. Oh no, we've got face pulls as well. So got 2 back, 1 chest left. So it's not too bad, but the flies we'll definitely be doing for a while because it takes ages to get that. So it's either going to be the rows, the face pulls. But we'll see what's free and we'll move into that next. Right, 5th exercise of the session. So we're going to do, actually, I wanted to do rows next. So I feel like the penultimate back exercise, but we're going to do face pulls instead. So in terms of setup for this, I do put a kettlebell on the floor so I can just rest my foot on. So I'm just kind of like sturdy when I'm doing it. Just so I'm not like slowly moving towards the machine throughout the set. So we'll hit 2 working sets of 10 to 12, then on the second one we'll drop it 30%. So we kind of do 54, 59, and then we drop the 59 to around 41-ish, maybe 36, probably 41. And then, yeah, essentially, I hope this is the right angle. The angle for like recording this exercise is just ridiculous. I can never seem to get it like perfect, but we'll give it a good shot today. Hopefully, obviously I can't tell as I'm doing the exercise, but hopefully when it comes out it looks good. But so what we'll do for this, that's the wrong weight, that's 26, heavier than that, fucking hell. But we'll do 54 first set on 12 reps. And then, so with this, obviously foot on the kettlebell, hands kind of straight, and as I bring the 2 ropes close towards my shoulder, kind of twist my wrists. So you might be able to see from this angle, but we'll hit the set and just kind of lock in for this set. There you go, the twist is there. So as you bring it close to your face, just kind of twist my wrists. So hit 12 with these. Cool. A couple messy ones at the end there, just to do a few partials to failure, but just thought I'd get them in, just to completely fatigue myself on that set. But that was a good 12 reps and 54, which I'm happy with. So what we'll do now is we'll up it to 15.9, I reckon, and then drop it to 30%, so 41-ish. So we'll do that. Obviously, I felt right to put it. It did feel a bit heavier than normal, so I think we'll just do the same weight or go up slightly, but I reckon it will go up. Even if it's like 10 or 11 reps, will go up. But yeah, that pump and that new supplement I showed you guys at the start is really doing wonders today, so it's good. So hit that, drop it, and then we'll move on to seated rows as kind of the penultimate exercise, but we are looking pumped, looking sick. So move on to, we'll probably move on to rows now. Right boys, penultimate back exercise. So this could be our last kind of back session. See, this is where the point in the video where I just struggle to get my words out. So this is going to be the point in which we're going to, I don't know what I'm saying. So, right boys, penultimate back exercise. So we're going to hit 2 sets, one set of 10 to 12 and one set of 15 to 20 on the chest supported seated rows. This is going to be the penultimate exercise. So we've got this left and then we've got vertical chest flies. So on here at the moment we've got 45, which I want to hit for 12, is what we did last time. So, sorry, I'm just getting distracted by my own pump here, but we're trying to hit 12 on this. Should be easy. I normally do this before face pulls, so it might be a little bit fatigued, but we'll see how it moves. Just see. I'll probably move it to a angle from the back, so you can see my actual back working instead of kind of out the side. So probably do a rear angle instead. Yeah, I like that. I'm happy with that, to be fair. So we'll hit 12 reps on here. Hopefully it's not too heavy, but you never know. I could be surprised and it could be more heavy than usual, but we'll have a look and we'll soon find out in the first few reps. This is where the energy levels start to crash now. I should really be having another scoop of that boost. And this is just so sad that I'm just relying on caffeine in my sessions to keep me going through prep. I was literally just relying. I'm not even relying on actual food source for energy anymore. It's just pure caffeine, but you know, all part of the game. Right, let's get 12 of these. Not happy with that. Not really happy with that at all. We got, I'd say 10 clean ones at the start, and then that 11th one was a bit messy. I'm not even going to count that 12th one. I was going to get it in because that was, I swing that like back way too much. And my top of my chest wasn't even on the pad towards the end there, so that's a bit annoying. But so we'll count 10 there. As I said, I wanted really 12, but it's what it is. So we'll take 10 on that. We'll drop it to 35 now. We'll do 20 reps, and then that'll be our last working set on that. And then hopefully we're going to be able to get the cables both at the same time. But I don't even think it's going to happen. So that's going to be a fun time. But yeah, we'll bash out this last set on here, get the flies done, and then we'll do a visuals and a pose down, see what we're looking like. And then it's cardio time. 40 minutes Stairmaster, and then whatever left on the treadmill to get my steps up, plus whatever else I've got to do. So yeah, get that done, we'll bash out flies, and it should be session finished. Up until that set, it was a good session, but I'll try and make it back on the second set in flies. Right, final exercise now, so we're on. You can probably tell the energy levels are like fucking zero now. But we're gonna bash out this last one. Now it's kind of a fight to get these two cables at the same time, but we eventually got on, which is good. So I've just done one working set of 20 reps on 17. So I reckon we're gonna repeat that, and then so we do 4 working sets in total. So I've done we'll do two sets of 15 to 20. So we'll do the second one now, and then 2 sets of 12 to 15, and then we'll go from 17 kilos to 20 or 21, depending on how much energy I'm going to have. So we'll bash out probably this set now, and obviously, as I've mentioned countless times, we'll just use the cuffs for just 3 sets. So I use the cuffs just on my upper forearm just to do the full rep instead of D-handle, just because I don't like to focus on like actually gripping the handle. Instead I just like to focus on the full movement. So then like no grip strength is involved at all. And then we just, to make sure you're flying and not pushing, and then bash out a nice 20 reps. We got that, 20 reps, we got that. Those last few are a fucking push. But we hit 20, which is nice. Fuck, my chest is fatigued as fuck. So what we'll do now is we'll hit 2 more sets, 12 to 15, I reckon. I kind of want to go up, but that wasn't heavy. It was just, my chest is really fatigued now, but we'll probably go up and at least hit 12, I reckon. So we'll probably up it to 21. So we'll bash out those last two working sets on that, and that'll be done. And that'll be session complete, and I thought the pump was going to look ridiculous today, so I'm quite excited for that. But yeah, we'll finish that out, and then we'll get a few visuals and posing. And yeah. And then cardio, and then finito. I'm actually really happy with the session, to be fair. I feel like my physique is looking fucking ridiculous today, which is good, but yeah, bash out these 2. We'll get on to the posing. Right then, the session is complete. We're actually looking proper pumped from that session, which, to be fair, that was a really good session actually. So, that's what the visuals are saying. The microphone there, I can't really wear it. But we're in at 79.4 this morning, which is low. We're getting proper low now, which is good. So let's get through a few mandatories in. But I'm really happy with that, to be fair. I'm getting a lot better with kind of like moving the arms, making them flow between each pose, which is good, which is what we want. So you can kind of see from when I do front shot, as the leg goes in, hide the waist, turn, and then go into it. So I'm like crossing the arms over, so I'm kind of like hiding the core and breathing out. I can go back to contracting it once I actually go into the quarter turn to the right, which is what I was struggling at to begin with. So right, I've just finished a few more rounds in. It's good. We're looking unreal. And also, as I mentioned at the start of this video, I'm now obviously an ambassador and affiliate for Motive Gymwear. Some people might have heard of it. We're quite big. We're a big brand in the gym scene. So this is one of the pieces that I was wearing today. And if you use my, as I'm an affiliate now, so if you use my, if you're interested in picking up any bits, if you use code JB at checkout, you can get 10% off. So then obviously you guys save money, it helps me out, helps obviously progress in my career, you could say, or futures in the fitness industry. So it's a good start for me. So this kind of looks like it's the size of large, so it's kind of dropped down a little bit. It's nice. So I've opted for a large and extra large, just as I don't like it too tight. Obviously it's an oversized fit anyway, so it fits quite nicely. And then obviously that's what it looks like that. Really high quality material. So yeah, if you're interested, code JB at checkout. You guys can take us off. But yeah, we're lucky to be part of them. It's exciting times, exciting things from the future. So yeah, as I said previously, we'll get a couple more rounds in, and then we'll jump into more for the camera. I'm loving the look at the moment, but we'll get a couple more rounds in, and then finish off with cardio at the end. We've got 40 minutes to do, plus steps left doing stairwells. So yeah, we'll do that now and then finito.